can't get better than this. Whoa, that actually smells so good. Whoa. Okay, ready? Oh, that is sour. You know, there can be a wrong time for some things. Like, it's spontaneously raining during our shoot. But you know what there's always a right time for? Filipino food.
How many turon?
2 turon and 2 barbecue pork skewers. Lots of fat.
You want lots of fat?
Yeah. Or one with lots of fat, one with not.
I like that one too.
Okay. Thank you. Have a good day. Right, so we just picked up some skewers and rice and turon from Fil-Am. They're one of the most notable places to go for Filipino food in the area. And I don't know about you, but growing up, after church, there would always be families selling plates of lumpia and pancit and skewers and turon. And the smell is so nostalgic. I asked him to give me 1 extra fatty piece and 1 lean piece. This is barbecue pork and then just plain white rice. You can smell it from down the block. You get all those charred little pieces from all the sugar and the marinade. And they re-dunk it in the marinade and then grill it right before giving it to you. Oh my God. That's like a mix of tenderloin and pork belly. The fat is the best part. So I'm Indian, but growing up at every family party, there was always lumpia, there was always barbecue pork skewers. I guess Filipino food always finds its way to make it into your backyard cookout, no matter what culture. The rice is perfectly cooked and so fluffy and soft. It's actually so good. Oh my God. So you see all those charred bits? That's all from the sugar that's in the marinade that gets really nice and caramelized and crispy. Those parts have to be the best parts. And the nice red and glossy color is from the banana ketchup. There's 7-Up that gives it that nice acidity and sweetness, and calamansi, which is similar to a kumquat and a lime, so it has a little bit of that sourness, but also sweet, and they're nice and tiny. And you didn't hear me wrong, I did say banana ketchup. Now, ketchup was introduced to the Philippines by American soldiers during World War II, and over time it became more incorporated into local Filipino diet. But ketchup was expensive to import, and tomatoes didn't grow well in the Philippines. But through some creativity, Filipino food scientist Maria Y. Arosa figured out how to make ketchup from bananas. And the red color doesn't come from any tomatoes at all, it actually comes from food dyes. The pork is so tender, and the fat is a little bit rendered off. Look at all that fat. What's hanging right there? Perfect bite is a mix of the nice lean pork with some of that fat. So tender and chewy, and with sweetness from that marinade. I could just eat the pure fat. Perfection. Now, it wouldn't be a barbecue platter without some turon. Chinese egg rolls influence what we know as today lumpia, which over time evolved into a sweet version as turon. So turon are bananas coated with some sugar that's wrapped in egg wrapper and then fried, and the sugar on the inside gets nice and caramelized, and oh, if this is not the perfect thing with some ice cream. It's a no-brainer. We're here at Tselogs, an iconic place for Filipino food in Daly City, and we're here to get Lonilog, a classic breakfast staple. The owner, Chalagila, was actually one of the very first people to help open the first Jollibees in the United States, which coincidentally is right across the street. But we'll learn more about that later. Okay, let's go get some food. So we're here to get Lonilog, which is actually a really interesting name. Long refers to longanisa, and then silog, if you break that up into 2 words, itlog means with egg, and sinigang means garlic fried rice. So altogether you have longanisa with egg, garlic fried rice, lonilog. You could also have spam silog, which refers to with spam, hot silog, hot dog, so on and so forth. Yeah, nailed it. Okay, I'm gonna go order. Hi. Lonilog?
Lonilog?
Yeah.
Anything else?
No, that's it. Thank you. Oh, this actually smells so good. You're hit with all that vinegar from the pickled vegetables, and you can smell the garlic from the rice and the... The longanisa smells so sweet and savory. This is gonna be such a good day. So we have longanisa, which is a sausage that is similar to chorizo, but not entirely. Longanisa is unsmoked. It's a lot more sweeter and savorier. Chorizo, on the other hand, is smoked, so it has a much nuttier and deeper flavor. The red color in the longanisa comes from a nata seed oil. You might be familiar with the nata seed oil in Vietnamese food, like in bun bo hue or in bo kho. Oh my god, we used to have this all the time growing up, just longanisa sausage with pasta and butter and garlic. Oh my god, the best thing ever. I always have this in my freezer, and I always have eggs and rice. So this fried up with some eggs, rice, and Maggi sauce, the best meal for anything. Okay, let's like break this up. Wow, look at that color with all that fat on the inside. The meat tends to be a coarser grind than chorizo, and all those little itty bitty chunks. Let's take a bite. Oh yeah, oh yeah. The pickles help so much. The acidity really breaks through all that fat. So there's two types of longanisa. There's hamonado, which is sweet, and ricotta, which is spicy. The version that we have today is the sweet version, the hamonado. Now, I will choose spicy over anything. When it comes to longanisa, there's something about the sweet one. All that extra sugar caramelizes on the outside. So good. Oh man, that garlic fried rice is amazing. It has just like the perfect amount of garlic that's like bloomed in the oil, and it perfumes the entire rice. So anywhere in the world you go where a country was once occupied by Spain or had Spanish colonization, you're more than likely to find their own local variety of longanisa chorizo. So for example, Mexico has one. My family is from a city in southern India called Mangalore, but you might be more familiar with Goa, which was colonized by Portugal. And growing up, my mom would make us a Goan sausage stir fry with potatoes, and Goan sausages are very similar to both chorizo and longanisa. You have that smokiness and acidity from chorizo, but then also that sweetness and color from longanisa. And so Lonilog is very, very nostalgic of that. Okay, let's get a bite of everything. Let's do a nice close-up of that. I'm gonna try. Oh, I think this is Maggi sauce. I think this is vinegar. Yeah. I want to assume coconut vinegar that has some chilies and garlic in it. Oh, that first bite was amazing, but I think this is gonna be even better. The Maggi sauce and the vinegar, that takes it to another level. It adds a lot more acidity and savoriness. You can't get better than this. Did I get the two-piece on one side with spaghetti? Okay, I should have got ice first. Oh yeah. Bro. I like Coca-Cola better, but Pepsi's okay. Okay, I'm gonna be totally honest, I'm not the biggest fan of fast food. I just tend to like a good home-cooked meal or less processed food. But you know what? If I am getting fast food, it's gonna be Jollibee's. We got their fried chicken, and we got spicy. Oh, okay, I'm gonna dip it in that gravy. Oh yeah. Super, super crunchy. Yeah, I'd come back for their fried chicken. All right, let's have some of the spaghetti. We got the noodles in there, the banana ketchup sauce, and the hot dogs. Oh, there's a little bit of spice in there. Actually, that's not that bad at all. I was afraid I wasn't gonna like it because it would be too sweet. It was actually quite good. There's a good balance of sweetness and savoriness. And I'm not too sure if there's tomatoes in this actually. Okay, peach mango hand pie. This is a lot of dessert for today. Oh, that was a horrible bite.
Jollibee was originally founded in 1975 as an ice cream parlor in Manila by Chinese Filipino entrepreneur Tony Tan Cactian. As American fast food chains were beginning to spread beyond North America, Jollibee started expanding their menu with hot items. Its rise reflects long-standing American influence on Filipino foodways like spaghetti and preserved foods to the popularization of ground meat, hot dogs, cheese, canned goods, and dairy, alongside convenience methods like pressure cooking, freezing, and reheating. While the Philippines already had cattle due to Spanish colonization, American occupation made dairy far more common. As Jollibee grew into a global franchise, eventually opening its first U.S. location here in Daly City, it became more than a restaurant. For Filipino Americans, it serves as a cultural gathering place that evokes nostalgia, both in the Philippines and across the diaspora, even as its U.S. menus adapt to local ingredient availability and taste.
You know where I think is a great place to get a piping hot bowl of soup? A casino. Good, thank you. Could I get the Sinigang pork spares? Yeah. I think that's it, and just rice.
And one rice.
Yeah, and then we'll share that. Okay, this is Cafe Colma. They have a very extensive menu. A lot of Western food. They have a lot of classic American breakfast staples. They have pastas. A lot of Filipino entrees right here. They also have Chinese specialties. Wow, they have roast duck as well. So you're all set for all your hunger needs, and you can camp out here at Lucky Chances while you try to get rich. We're here for Sinigang. Thank you. Wow, that looks good. So we have Sinigang here, which is a tamarind-based soup or stew. And this is made with pork spare ribs. We also have some eggplant and some beans. Sometimes you'll find bitter melon or Kerala in it, as it's called in Hindi. Ooh, I've only ever had this once before. Oh, that is sour and so porky. Let's put some rice in it. Oh, it warms you from the inside. The last place I thought I would have great food is a casino. I kind of underestimated how much I would like it. It's super, super sour from that tamarind. It's a little bit sweet, and all that broth is made from pork bones. It's super savory. I can't stop eating it. Try a little bit of the pork. Nice and tender. Well, honestly, I think the vegetables are where it's at. That's so good. Okay, before we go to the next spot, a lot of where I learn about Filipino food and Filipino culture in general is actually a YouTube channel called Feature. It's run by Erwin Husoff, who is like my idol in this food presenting space, and I would definitely check it out if you're ever interested in learning more about Filipino cuisine, culture, people, and the history. It's called Feature, F-E-A-T-R. So good. Okay, last stop. Yeah, just one halo-halo.
Just one halo-halo.
Yeah.
Then ice cream. Ube, mango, or avocado.
Do you have avocado ice cream?
Yeah, avocado ice cream for the halo-halo.
Okay, I'll do avocado. Yeah, that sounds good. Avocado ice cream sounds so good.
Bowl for sharing.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Avocado ice cream is so good. Now, halo-halo was originally not a Filipino dessert. Its earliest ancestors were a Japanese dessert called kakigori, which was shaved ice and sweetened red beans. When Japanese migrants settled in the Philippines during the late Spanish and early American period, they started selling shaved ice, gelatin or agar-agar, sugar syrup, sweetened red beans, and this was called by the locals as mongoya or mongo con hielo. Filipinos loved it and started adding their more local ingredients during the American Commonwealth era when ice became more accessible, such as sweetened bananas, sweet potato, coconut strips, sago, leche flan, and so on. It evolved into this mix and match dessert, which links the name halo-halo to mix-mix. Developments in technology to make more commercial ice shavers, and produce more condensed and evaporated milk made producing halo-halo much more accessible to the mass public, leading to its national popularity. I got it. Okay, now let's eat. I don't think there's gonna be an easy way to eat this. Oh, wow. Look at that. I think this is corn, a green jelly, and then we also have red jelly, ube jam, the purple little bits. Let's try it all. This is really similar to an Indian dessert called gudbud, which is similar to another dessert called faluda. Gudbud is more common in southern India, and it's big chunks of jello and ice cream and nuts and fruit. This is also really similar to Vietnamese chae or Sichuan bing fun. Just a really good cold dessert with lots of different textures. You got crunchy, you got slimy, you got chewy. It's originally served with ube ice cream, which is purple, but I decided to get avocado for fun. You know, I never used to be the biggest fan of Halo Halo growing up. That goes to show, sometimes your tastes change when you grow up. Why am I blowing on cold ice cream? There's a really good mix of like coconut and all the different gelatins have a different subtle flavor. That ube jam has a nice coconut pandan, almost vanilla-like flavor. And the avocado ice cream is barely sweet. You have the nice crunch from the puffed rice and then all the chewy gelatin agar bits and the creaminess from the ice cream. So just realize if you go to the bottom, there's flan. They're almost like jewels. I'm gonna try the flan. Well, the flan has become kind of frozen. The texture is so creamy. Okay, so I think that's it for our Filipino food call in Daly City. As usual, I hope you learned something. I hope you found something new to eat, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.